Okay, this segment, let's call it, deals with environmental issues, and the subject is vast, of course. In the two articles that I've read here, one has to do with the DMZ, and that is remarkable, that the creation of the DMZ, 4 kilometers by 150, has resulted in the creation of an environment that's friendly, safe for various species of animals. How ironic that the creation of the DMZ after the North-South, the Korean War, resulted in the creation of a refuge, a sanctuary for various species of animals, including the Siberian tiger, Asiatic bear, and various others. There, these animals are safe. Behind this, though, is the idea of reunification of North and South Korea. And the environmentalists think first about this refuge, this sanctuary, and understandably don't want this to be destroyed by high rises and roads and factories and all that. How big a priority is the preservation, or would the preservation of this DMZ be in the event of reunification? One can imagine that if reunification should take place, and I consider it almost unimaginable, inconceivable, but if it should take place, then the big priority becomes the revitalization, the resurrection of North Korea, where people are starving. And if one considers the importance of the DMZ sanctuary, I think its importance dwindles very quickly compared with the need to give people hope in the North. Admittedly, the process of revitalizing the North will take 20 to 30 years. And in the event that happens, a healthy, fairly prosperous, united Korea would look back and say, oh, too bad we destroyed that sanctuary. But the priorities would have to be the economic, social revitalization of the North, and compared with that, the environmental issues become very unimportant, at least the wildlife sanctuary element. Now, the second article deals with the ozone layer. Whoever wrote it is, I think, very simple-minded. It's the same kind of person who says, why can't we all just be friends and get along with each other? What? Man never has and never will, and if history demonstrates anything, it demonstrates that. So the question itself is absurdly simplistic. Similarly, why can't we all get together and protect the ozone layer? Well, here's why. The rich countries have already inflicted a lot of damage on the ozone layer. And now for the rich countries to say, you poor developing countries, don't pollute the air anymore, keep it safe for the future, is hypocritical. Why should the developing countries worry about the ozone layer if the rich and powerful industrial countries never did before? And back and forth it goes. This becomes an economic and political issue like everything else, like the DMZ for that matter, like everything. All questions are ultimately economic and political, and the ozone layer is too. So, to try to convert it into a moral condemnation of the rich and powerful, or to try to impose these new environmental this new environmental sensitivity on the developing countries, both of these are hypocritical. These are not moral issues. And to say it's the same as, why can't we all just get along together and be happy, brothers and sisters in the world community? All of this is just political jargon used by someone. So, these are political, economic issues that demand political, economic solutions. None of the solutions will be fully satisfactory to anyone, but we need to try to deal with some of these things. And I think that's exactly what the world community is trying to do. It's sloppy, it's unsatisfactory, but at least we recognize the problems, and at least we're trying to do something about them.